Ну, на самом деле, хотите прикол? Я сейчас, когда отрубалась, там вылезло, что, оказывается, у меня обновлялась система все это время. Вот, так что, возможно, в этом была еще какая-то причина. Ну, хз. Вроде сейчас не лагает. Дайте я попробую еще раз поставить разрешение. Если что, уберу. А ща как? Сейчас, походу, есть. Да, есть. Значит, это графон. Ща, по идее, норм должно быть. Тыц. Ну, блин, зараза, мы ее полчаса сидели, настраивали, наверное. Так, надо сейчас правильно его перенести. Нулевой, по-моему. Не, пуньки пока отменяются. Так. Да, все вроде правильно. Ну, посмотрим еще раз вступление.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
Так кто-нибудь знает эту актрису?
No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth.
Без
We both
гугла,
know they're not the
естественно.
real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never
Ты
trust Cerberus.
загуглил,
They'll
Майлз?
never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
А где она играет?
Then see to it that we don't.
Или играла? В каких? Она в миллиардах еще играла. Жену этого. Как его? Ну, короче, этого. Брокера главного.
Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel.
Не, миллиарды норм сериал.
Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
А, блин, я всегда думала, что там всегда Эш. Ну ладно.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Shepard!
Да, твой бранд, твой.
Get the hell out of here.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Брат. Ну я сама не знаю где, если что.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Прощай, лифт. Сволочь ты такая.
Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
Этот кусок меня чутка бесил своей тормознутостью. Ага.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
Да, конечно.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us, if we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to. Oh no. They're coming around for another attack.
Ну, экстренная ситуация, вот и выбираю нижний, что тебе не нравится. Я бы в жизни его так еще обматерила. Ну, короче, на этом моменте я охуела и влюбилась в эту игру. Ну, супер, это еще что такое?
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but.
В смысле, почему?
A routine mission.
Ну, кстати, этого не
Answering
должно
a
быть. Я не
distress
знаю,
call.
что сейчас комикс запустился.
And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics.
Не, я не помню, чтобы оно было. Если ты переносишь сохранение. То есть я сейчас думаю, что оно может быть как-то это переклинилось, и оно сейчас не увидело мои сохранения.
Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it.
Эшли тут какая-то афроамериканка.
Nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. And that's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. Nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof.
Еще рано,
Which meant
Рекс.
I needed proof.
Так что там, Женя, про наши
I
отношения
wasn't
ты
alone in the
написала?
search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on
Ты его
Saren.
замочить хотел, Бранд.
Evidence that proved Saren was
Что ты
dirty.
ему радуешься?
Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly
Ну
responsible
да,
for
когда надо
cleansing
было
the
выбрать,
galaxy of all organic life.
сохранить
These
лекарство
Reapers were
или
blamed for wiping
уничтожить
out all life
лекарство.
50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they
Да,
agreed
но
Saren
это
had to be stopped.
означало
They
убить
stripped her of the
Рекса.
Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction.
Женя, ты не ответила на мой
Prothean
вопрос.
adept in
Куда ты
biotics,
пошла?
and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with
Какое
other species,
спать? Я ж тебя и
we
в
are
ЛС
able to help me
достану, ты ж не
decipher some
убежишь
information the
никуда.
beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari.
Да, я знаю,
Her
что его
technique
нельзя
for
было
accessing my
сохранить.
vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission.
Женя,
Finding Sarah.
отвечай давай.
Thanks to Liara's help,
Мне
we
теперь
got our next lead,
интересно.
Venezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like
Я
creatures.
тебе напишу.
Arachna.
Я тебе прямо сейчас
He
напишу,
ordered
как
Venezia
этот
to use the
комикс
same
идет.
technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Arachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Venezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Venezia, but Saren had indoctrinated
Ну
her.
там тебе сложнее от
He had
меня
somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills.
уходить.
Venezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Arachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Arachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her.
Давай, давай,
With
Женя,
Saren's top
говори.
lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's
Ну,
flagship,
ты
we'd
не
all assumed was
проникаешься
just a
тогда вселенной
ship, was a Reaper.
и персонажами.
Slowly
Комикса
threatening.
недостаточно для этого.
I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead.
Она
And I knew it was
слишком
capable of
запутанная,
doing just
чтобы
that.
понять все связи и
What I
все
couldn't
отсылки
understand was why Saren would help.
из первой части во вторую. Чисто по
But there was no
комиксу.
time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out.
Ну так намного
I split up my
интереснее,
team
брат.
in two squads, sending Ash
Вот
with
прям
one and Caden with the other as
намного.
a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that
Хули
despite the
перед
odds,
третьей частью тогда
we
нет
could
комикса?
defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers
Да я тоже заценила, чтобы он в игре так
прыгал. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Блин, оно не сожрало мой последний выбор, заразы. Какого хрена? Ну ладно. Хотя тут можно передумать, но не, пускай Андерсон будет.
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Recovered это наоборот, она имела в виду, что мы достали его типа тело, а не восстановлен. Все, комикс уже закончился. поэтому и сдох, что его не слабо потрепало. Но есть разница. Нет разницы. Ха! Мне дали вторую попытку. Так, я сейчас буду смотреть на выбор оружия нафиг. Ну, это точно не это штурмовик. Ну окей, предпочитаемое оружие, но здесь не написано, что он... Ну да, он все равно может же винтовкой пользоваться же. Не, ну здесь вот, кстати, во второй части мне биотические умения начинают нравиться. Они такие, ничего такие. Мeh. Мeh, тоже такое. Короче.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson, he's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close.
Бранд.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again. Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your
Норм
scars
такое
are healed.
пробуждение, да?
Moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Смотрите на эти возможности. А! Фигня.
Keep moving. We need to get you to the shuttles.
Ну тут да, ну посмотрите на этого красавца. Блять, красавец. Хули ты не показываешься?
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your... Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Здесь хоть можно, ну, стрелять в какие-то части. То есть тут прям целиться надо, а не как я в той игре просто стрелял куда-то. А что я могу с ними сделать? Ладно. Что с тобой могу сделать? А вот так. Ты ж, блядь. Какая я охуенная. А что ты хочешь? Блядь.
Nice work, Shepard.
не знала, что я так могу. Нормально, любопытство это. Да ладно, чё ты, Мирандочка, не горячись. Бля. Я бы их так могла перестрелять. Не, ну Лярочка это Лярочка. Это я просто... Не, я останусь с Лярой, я не буду... Да, это, к слову, сразу всем скажу. В этой игре у нас ничего ни с кем не будет. Блин, я уже не помню, как это делается. А, сорян. Блин, зараза. А можно еще раз? Не, мы будем смотреть на фотографию. Еще бы ты этого не хотел. Так, мы отсюда вышли. Кажется. Да, мы отсюда вышли. Да я бы с удовольствием, чувак. Ну что я могу сделать? Ох, какие вот записи здесь такие классные.
You were still a work in progress.
Кто ты?
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough.
Шрамики, да.
You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed, dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Subdue and suppress.
А я могу? Что я могу с ним сделать? Как эта хрень называется? Таранить? Нет, таранить я не могу. Блин.
Collision proximity warning.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
They've seen us.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling.
The whole station is crawling with
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God. I'm hit! They shot me!
Я чутка путаю кнопки сейчас после первой игры, потому что там было другое управление.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Блин, сорян.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall. Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Ты мне соврал!
I wiped out my share of Cerberus projects when I was a Spectre. Back then they were trying to kill me. Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade. But basically, things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Блин, я уже фигово помню эти все вещи. Зараза. Это был пуник, к слову. Так. Не, значит, мне наоборот. Да бляха. Мы же отсюда приперлись или мы оттуда приперлись? Блин, откуда мы приперлись? А, ясно. Блин. Как он бегает офигенно.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you are...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
Ну да, здесь режиссура получше, чем в первой части.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Диалоги здесь получше чутка.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you when he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindor. You enlisted, and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you, if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on a cruise. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Ну и хз, на самом деле, вы тут спите, не спите, может быть, стоит остановиться, это, в принципе, хорошее место для этого. Я не знаю, если честно, я ради Марины и могу еще раз это пройти, потому что это, наверное, любимая часть всей части моей, поэтому я ее могу проходить хрен знает сколько. Ну, у вас там просто... У вас там просто ночь, тыры-пыры, я не знаю. Мы вон, походу, Майлза потеряли. Ну, давайте 5 минут перерыв. Все сходят куда им надо. Ну вот, блин. 5 утра, ё-моё. Мне жалко вас. Ну вот, или 2:30 ночи. Ты за водой сходил уже, Бранд? Ну все, давайте 5 минут перерыва. Ну чё, вы тут все сходили к кому куда надо было? И чё решаем? Ну, как бы просто я особо не вижу смысла проходить сильно много сейчас, если у вас глубокая ночь. Мы как-то просто долго начинали. Приятного, Бранд. Ты же за водой ходил. А вернулся с бананом. Молодец. Отлично, Бранд, отлично. Ну, хз, можем еще с этим, с призраком поговорить, но... Мне кажется, надо бы заканчивать.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
И вам спать топать.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Уже поздно заканчивать. Почему? Ужас. Самая нормальная бронька. Материал, оттенок, бла-бла-бла-бла. Вот этот комплектик. А это вот мне все время Звездные войны напоминает. Не знаю почему, но напоминает. Ну, здесь на самом деле приличных мало. Вот это один из самых приличных. Это такой этакий Хан Соло. Вот реально здесь уже такими Звездными войнами конкретными отдает. Это как-то слишком официально. Шепард не такой. А это слишком, ну, неофициально. Шепард тоже не такой. В третьей части, да, есть норм-прикидики. Модник, господи, видела бы это Женя, она бы закидала меня тухлыми помидорами. Ладно, тогда давайте, короче, заканчивать. Сохранюсь. И Женя не видит, Женя спит. И завтра, наверное, продолжим. Ну, тут зависит от того, блин, будет Женя стримить или нет. Если Жека будет стримить, то завтра стримит Жека. В теории я могу еще постримить вашим утром, моим этим самым вечером. Но я хз это. Надо просто списываться в диске со всеми и смотреть, что да как. А так, в принципе, скорее всего, завтра. И, ну, мне очень заманчиво звучит идея перепройти начало. Типа для Марины, но на самом деле, ну, мне настолько нравится начало, что я готова его перепроходить снова и снова. Вот, тем более теперь, когда я его вспомнила, и я буду знать, что там откуда будет вылазить. Вот, поэтому это к чему? К тому, что те, кто его уже видел, вам особо не будет смысла приходить на начало стрима. То есть вы можете попозже подтянуться, чтобы одно и то же не смотреть. Ну, я не знаю, есть же люди, которые не любят по 10 раз одно и то же смотреть. Майлз, не давай, не льсти. Вот им не стоится ж, блин. О, хоть покрутить можно. Нормальная же бронька. Жека все равно же скажет, что он в подгузниках, конечно, но, блин, нормальная бронька. Чё такого? Талия видна, все, что надо, все видно. Вот. Майлз, блин, ты подлезун тут еще. Вот, ладно, короче. Не буду мусолить, я сохранилась. Вот. Я вроде, да, вас предупредила, о чем должна была предупредить. Да, всем спокойной ночи, сладких снов, Бранд, выздоравливай, пей свой чай, кушай свой банан. Вот. Увидимся, скорее всего, завтра или послезавтра. То есть, как бы, в воскресенье Жека не стримит, то есть, в воскресенье я без проблем, ну, проснусь и постримлю. Единственное, что вряд ли будем сильно поздно сидеть, потому что у вас понедельник, потом и на работу надо топать. Вот. В принципе, в воскресенье я постримлю. А вот в субботу это под вопросом, или Жека постримит, или я постримлю. Так, 9-10 утра по Москве, это мои 10-11 ночи. Ну да, где-то так. Ну, если хотите, и, понимаете, это уже от того зависит, как вы все встанете, да. То есть, если вы вдруг встанете в 7-8 утра, то, конечно, без проблем. Если вы встанете только в 12 или в час ночи, то это мои час и 2 ночи. Это я уже не, сорян. Я лучше утром встану. Вот. Ну, как бы это от вас зависит скорее, чем от меня. Ну вот. Не, мне кажется, 7-8 утра это рано, на самом деле. У 9-10 утра еще есть какие-то теоретические шансы, но я все равно не особо верю, что вы встанете, поэтому у меня легкий скептиз, назовем это так. Ну, и опять же, у вас выхи, вам там спать, выспаться охота после недели. Это я всю неделю тут тусуюсь. Ну вот да, то есть как-то так. Позже 10-11 по Москве это мои 12, по-моему. По-моему, в эту сторону. Блин, подождите, а сколько сейчас? А сколько сейчас по Москве? А то я путаюсь. У меня просто без 10 4 вечера. Сколько сейчас по Москве? Ну да, почти 3. Да, у меня, то есть, на час в ту сторону, условно говоря. Да, то есть ваши 11 это мои 12 ночи. И, ну, я-то начну, ну, могу начать в такое время, но это будет короткий стрим. Это будет, типа, стрим на час, может, 2 максимум. И потом тогда не будет вечернего стрима. Потому что я не встану в 7 утра. Да, у меня, ну, только не через C оно пишется, а через S. Ну хотя сейчас это сменилось дневное, там оно может и через C. Ну, короче, да, у меня Pacific какой-то там тайм. Не, значит через S. PST, смотри. Не через C, а через S. Потому что у меня 4 дня практически. Там, я просто не помню, там один, в зависимости от весеннего, летнего и зимнего времени, один из них называется через C, а другой называется через S. И я не помню просто какой из них какой. Проще по городам смотреть. Типа, если ты вобьешь в Google город и время, то оно тебе выдаст время в этом городе. Ну да я вам уже сказала. Ну, норм. В общем, да, по времени я хз, что мы тут обсуждаем-то. Ну, как бы, если вы проснетесь вдруг, то напишите в диске и просто посмотрим, сколько там времени, чего и как. Но я не думаю, что вы проснетесь, я не верю в это. Вот. Ну вот, Бранд не проснется. Ну и тоже, я не знаю, Марине как будет утром. Она, скорее всего, занята, она может только к вечеру освободиться. Она же не будет целый день дома сидеть. Ну все, тогда условно на вечер договариваемся. Но единственное, что там может произойти замена на Жеку. О чем я не думаю, что вы расстроитесь.